Welcome to Prison Professors. I am here with a young man who is facing some challenges. Tell me about the challenges you're facing right now, James.
Well, currently I got sentenced to 180 months to Terminal Island.
So you got sentenced to 180 months. The Bureau of Prisons has told you that you're going to serve the sentence at Terminal Island. Is that right?
Yes, that's correct.
And you had a lot of questions for me, so I suggested, why don't you just do the video call with me, and that way I can respond to any questions that you have. Why don't you tell us a little bit about the questions you have, and I'll do my best to try and answer.
Okay. First of all, could I just let prison professors know like how I got in contact with you and how much you guys helped me
Well, yeah, that
through my
would be
process?
interesting. Tell me about that. That's always interesting to hear.
Yeah. So I got on pretrial. I got bonded out about 16, 17 months ago. So right after I got bonded out, I was doing a lot of research on my situation, and then so I came across prison professors on YouTube. So I watched it over and over again. So I used a lot of their techniques on what they suggested, which helped me through this journey, through my process, to put myself in the best possible outcome, which inevitably happened because I was facing a worse outcome than what I actually got. I was kind of, even though I got 180 months, to me that was a deal. I was a bargain compared to what I was facing. So, excuse me. Prison professors they helped me put me in a situation where that was the best possible outcome I could get. With that being said, I began to volunteer. Everything they suggested, I did. I volunteered. I went back to work, and I had my attorney wasn't that great. I had an attorney which told me that I should just turn myself in and just start doing my time because I was facing a long stretch of time, and which I agreed. But I also agree with you guys that staying on and showing the judge that I can be productive, which I did. I volunteered a lot prior to because I lost my job when I got arrested. So I volunteered a lot prior to me getting my job back. So I volunteered about 6 months, got my job back, stayed productive until my sentencing, which that was prison professor's suggestion. So yeah, I followed that, and it was awesome, even down to my allocution. So Judge Boo and that other judge, I forgot his
Judge
name.
Bennett.
Yeah, awesome, right? So, and it was weird because at sentencing, I thought to myself, I think the judge that I had for sentencing must have watched your videos too, because he said, Mr. Firm, there's three things that happen in my courtroom with defendants like yourself. First of all, they come in here and they shoot themselves in the foot. They deny responsibility, and it makes it worse for them. Two, people that just do the regular old I'm sorry. And three, like people like myself that move the needle, like you said, they move the needle. And he said that's rare. He said that's rare that defendants come in there and and give them an allocution that, and it wasn't really crying, right? It was just from my heart, you know what I mean? And it's something that I all the talking points Judge Boo said, I hit all those talking points, but I practiced it for like 2 weeks.
Good for
So when I
you.
went in front of him, I could look at him straight in the eye and tell him straight in the eye what, how I felt. And he said that's one of the best allocutions he's ever heard. And I was looking at 30 to life. My points was a 42. My criminal history was a 4. So I was looking at a severe amount of time. So like I said, 15 years was a deal for me.
What did the prosecutor
Yeah.
want?
20 to life.
Wow. So you did way better than the prosecutor asked for, way better than what
Yeah.
it could have been. But the good news is that you're going into the prison system. If you have to go in it, it's a really good time because the First Step Act really opens opportunities for you. Are you familiar with all of those opportunities?
Michael, I did so much research. I am familiar with it, but the thing is, I won't be qualified for that. I won't
Because,
qualify because they hit me with the enhancement of managerial role.
okay.
I
Well, let me
yeah,
just point something out to you on that front, okay? As you know, I was in prison for 26 years. And
yes.
when I went in, they also told me what I wasn't eligible for and what would never happen. But this is the start of this First Step Act, and you've got a relatively long sentence. So, my recommendation to you is don't go forward thinking what's not going to happen. Go forward thinking about what you can make happen. Because even though you have these different challenges, you still have the ability to ask for compassionate release at some point, and it sounds like this is the kind of judge that would be receptive to that request, because he has already demonstrated that he is, you know, moved by what you've been doing. Now the key is to go in there and work really hard, participate in every class, avoid disciplinary infractions, be very careful with the friends that you choose and the things that you do. And to the extent you do that, I believe that you can move the needle again. You did really well at sentencing, but ideally you want to finish that, you want to be released from that 15-year sentence in about 5 years. That would be a real victory for you. And I always believe it's within the person's power to do so.
I so agree with you. I mean, my attitude today, going to prison, it's so positive, and a lot of it has to do with you, right? I was going to tell you that, like, even though I did that research and it disqualified me, I'm like you said, I'm going to go in there, stay positive, stay productive, stay focused, and just do as many programs as I can. I'm not sure. I mean, I got 15 years, so I got a lot of time to do all the programs. So it doesn't matter which
Yeah,
programs, I can
but
do all of them.
a
You know
lot
what I
of
mean?
a lot of people get sidetracked in there, James. They go in there with the best of intentions, but life gets in the way. And when that happens, they put themselves in a really bad situation. So what you want to do is you want to surround yourself with positive people. And I gave you the name of a person that just surrendered, who's
Yeah.
just like you. He just got there less than a month ago, or maybe 2 months ago. But he also is striving to transform his life. He's got a sentence that's a little longer than yours, but to the extent you surround yourself with positive people and you'll find them, I think you'll be in a way better position to get the best outcome while you're in there.
Yes, yes, yes. So, what was I gonna say?
Yeah, you had
Uh,
some questions
they,
for me.
wait, I want to just tell you about my background, right? So, I had done, I've done 3 years in the past in state prison, right? So, I mean, I know how to do time, right? So I know how to be too calm, stay to myself. I'm gonna read books, stay out of the TV room. What I mean, stay away from those kinds of, because I feel like those are the issues that get you into trouble. Places like that, you know what I mean? Um, yeah, I don't plan. I never joined a gang when I was in prison. I always stayed to myself and be quiet. You know what I mean? So with that being said, yeah, you're right. I'm gonna try to look for positive people and try to stay on track. I mean, I don't see an issue with myself that happening. I just I can't wait to start, and I look forward to. My wife is kind of, you know she caught a little time because of this, and I'm sad for that, but we'll work through this and we'll get out of it. Like I
Let me
said, I'm
ask you
gonna do.
questions. When were you in prison before?
I was in Halava State Prison back in 2010 to 2013.
So
State prison.
what were you thinking about between 2010 and 2013 when you were in prison? What was your mindset?
Oh, uh, I couldn't wait to get back on the street to do what I was doing. I mean,
You mean you were
uh,
what did you go to prison for the first time?
uh, use stolen vehicles,
Okay.
and me. I've had a job. I've had a job for 30 years. I'm a welder by trade. I'm in the union, so I've had a great job, but I've struggled. Like I told the judge, Judge Seabright, that I've struggled with drug addiction for 30 plus years. You know what I mean? It clouds your judgment. You know, even though you have money and you do things that's out of character, and it's crazy. It's crazy.
Did you?
And I was in a situation. No, I was in a situation prior to my arrest where I had so much money and so much drugs that I still wasn't happy. My life was still miserable with all that, and I realized at that point that I didn't know how to get out of the situation I was in. I was in so deep, but on the way, with the date of my arrest, I realized at that point it's over, and I was thankful and grateful
What
that I
is?
could begin putting it behind me.
Are you? You said you're a welder. Are you a CNC welder?
No, I'm a arc welder and MIG welder. I'm certified
Are you familiar
for
with
MIG
CNC
welding.
welding?
Excuse me.
Are you familiar with CNC welding?
Yes, yes, I am. But it's a different certification.
Do you know? Have you ever heard of Titan Gilroy?
Yes, I have.
Yeah, he's from Hawaii.
Yes, I have. I didn't know that.
Yeah.
No, I didn't know that.
He was in prison
Yeah.
in Hawaii.
Oh yeah, I didn't know that either.
You didn't see the interview I did with him on Prison Professors?
He used to have a show. He used to actually have a show that I used to watch, and they don't have the show anymore.
Yeah, they do on YouTube.
Oh, yeah, I gotta look it up.
I did an interview with Titan Gilroy because he was in prison and he came back and he transformed his life while he was in prison. And now he's a very successful, not only with as a welding company, but he also teaches people how to get CNC certified.
Right. Wow, I didn't know that. Wow.
So you can look up
That's
on
something-
YouTube called Titan
will.
Gilroy. Type in Titan Gilroy and Prison Professors and you'll see an interview I did with him.
Okay, so here's a couple of questions.
Okay.
Our first question was is there some way I can watch your programs when I'm in there? No, right?
I'm trying to get them in there. It's a bit of a challenge, but I'm in many prisons across the country. I'm not at Terminal Island yet, but I'm going to work on it. So when you get there, you make sure that you talk to education and let them know that I'll provide them for free if they'll just allow me to teach people in prison. That's a very
Right.
important passion for me, is to try and help people in prison stay inspired and stay focused on working for success.
What about your podcast? Like something I can listen to. Can I do that in prison?
You could if you were in the right prison, but I don't have an
Oh,
agreement with Terminal
okay,
Island.
okay.
That's why I'm going to recommend
Oh.
that you talk to the supervisor of education and tell him to look at it. And if he's willing, I'll let him know that I will provide it for free.
Okay. Okay, great. I can email you, right, when I'm in there?
Well, you can, but remember, there's 100,000 people going through my program, so it's hard for me to even see it. I just got you. You happened to catch me when I was just working at my computer desk. So I said, oh, well, I'll call and I'll do this show. But you can. You'd have to send it to michael@michaelsantos.com.
Okay. Okay.
And you make sure
Yes.
that you write to Zach, the young man I connected you to.
No, I did already.
Oh,
I
good.
sent it.
I'll write to him too, so he'll be waiting for you.
Yeah, you know, I wrote him the minute you told me write to him. I wrote to him, and then I sent it yesterday.
Good.
So,
what other
yeah.
questions do you have about Terminal Island?
No, my other question was, okay, I'm 53, so I've had 2 knee surgeries recently, and then I got a bottom bunk memo. I don't know if that carries any weight in there or.
Yeah, well, how big are you, James?
I'm 280.
And how tall?
5'11".
Yeah, you're going to get a lower bunk. I'm sure of it.
Yeah. So man, I got my doctor's notes for my surgeries, and to provide them with that, and I can't be climbing up at my age, and it's gonna be too painful on my knees jumping down.
Yeah, I'm sure that they'll accommodate you.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, your letter from a doctor will be helpful, and so will your size.
Oh, I see. Yeah,
But you
thank
got to get
God.
healthy while you're in there, James.
No, I tell you, I took notes on everything you said, and I'm gonna do what you said, because it's helped me this far.
So
It'll help me the rest
what's
of
the
the way.
goal? Where do you want to go? You're 280. Where should you be?
180.
That's right. You're about my height, so that's about the same weight I am. So that's where you want to get down to 180.
Yeah. So I'm gonna work on that. And like I was telling my wife, I've been trying to eat right out here, but Jack in the Box is right around the corner, and you know what I mean, like,
Well, they got a good diet for you in prison.
yeah, I know, right?
What about that?
No, but I've been to Halava, a correctional facility here in Hawaii, right?
Okay.
Fed is gonna be like, I mean, it's a salad bar. I cannot wait for that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I can't wait for that. Other than that, that's the only really the only concern I had, and then. Other than that, I just can't wait I'm excited to get there and just start doing my time.
James, what level of education do you have?
I graduated from high school.
Okay. Well, there might have opportunities for you to participate in other programs there that you'll find meaningful. My recommendation is just make sure that you participate in all of them and you keep a clean disciplinary record, and you'll get through this with your dignity intact, okay?
Yes. Thank you. I appreciate all your help, and you don't even know, like, before I talk to you today, you don't even know, I mean, just the attitude I have today is because our prison professors, how to carry myself, how to think positive going in there, and how to, I am thankful for you guys,
Well,
I'm sorry I didn't have the money.
I
didn't have the money.
With me, there's never money, right? It's okay. We've got a team where we give jobs to formerly incarcerated people, but it looks like, I always say, you can get everything we offer for free. As long as you're willing to do the work and watch all the videos and read everything I write, it's all free. Somebody's got to do the work. And I do this because I'm passionate about it, and I'm really glad to hear that you found the pathway to make it happen.
Yeah, through prison professors.
Well, through your own discipline and energy. Congratulations, and have a successful journey. Make sure you send me an email, give me an update when you're in there.
I will, Michael. Thank you.
Thank you, James. Good luck to you.
All right, thanks. You have a good day.
You too. Bye-bye.
Bye.